Hey, you want to study at a top Ivy League MBA program and you want them to pay for this as well, right? Ideal, no? Hey, raise your hand and say, if this is the ideal scenario for you. True story, man. A lot of people reach out, and I wanted to create this video and help you understand who are the kind of people who will crack amazing Ivy League MBA scholarships from India. How to go about this, how to move forward. In this video, I plan to cover 3 things. 1, what are Ivy League MBA programs? You should understand that. Second, what are the different types of scholarship and financial aid opportunities that exist at Ivy League programs? That primarily means that what are some of the things you can do to minimize your educational loan burden while studying at these programs? And third, what can you do to maximize your chances of getting scholarships there? Do you get it? Hey, let's jump right in, man. Let's get started, man. So, what are the Ivy League programs? There are 8 Ivy League, guys. What are the 8 Ivy League universities? You should understand that. These are the universities that are recognized by the American Collegiate Athletic Conference, and these universities got their name from sports though, but they're also representative of the elite status, like the academic excellence, and every year they look at creating an amazing mix of class from people across the world. These universities include Harvard University, that has a Harvard Business School, Cornell University, Cornell MBA, Columbia University, that has a Columbia Business School, your Columbia Business School. Then you have Dartmouth College, which is your Tuck MBA. And then you have University of Pennsylvania, which is your Wharton MBA, the Wharton College MBA. Then you have Yale University, which is your Yale School of Management. And then you have Princeton University and Brown University. They are 2 Ivy League universities, but they do not have a business school. They do not offer MBAs. Do you get it? These are out of these 8, the 6 programs that offer MBAs. The 2 remaining 2 do not. Now, some people don't know this, but some other non-Ivy League MBA programs that are, although not Ivy, but they're not on the list of the original 8 Ivies, but they're super competitive. There are places like Stanford. Stanford is not an Ivy, but it's super competitive, same in the league of Harvard and Wharton. And then you have MIT, Kellogg, and Chicago Booth. These business schools are non-Ivy, and so when I talk about the things that you need to do to get scholarships, I'm going to cover all the Ivies and the non-Ivy, the so-called non-Ivy, but they're part of the M7 cluster, right? M7 cluster, Google it. It's again a term used for the top Harvard, Wharton, Stanford, Columbia, MIT, Kellogg, one more, you know what I mean? Now, what are the different kinds of scholarship and financial aid opportunities available at these places? Guys, I want to share this. See, I've seen this in my life, working with people like you for 14 plus years now. It's very rare for someone to be stopped because of financial aid. While pursuing an MBA, I've not seen people getting stopped because of lack of money. Well, there are so many opportunities available across both loans and scholarships in the entire world. Even if the school does not give you scholarships, there are tons of loan opportunities available internationally that can be explored without you reaching out to a relative in the US and asking him to become your guarantor or a co-signer. Even if you're from India, you can explore tons of international loan opportunities without you putting your house as a collateral. And listen, sidebar. Don't put your house as a collateral while exploring international education. You get 2 rejections and internships when you're studying there. And listen, you know what I mean? Like, you'll get 2 rejections from jobs while you're studying in the US and you have your house as a collateral in India. I don't think you'll be in a great position. Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to your families. Don't do this to your parents, right? So you got the point. Like, you will feel a lot of pressure. Now, guys, coming back to loans and scholarships, how to look at this. Now, let us start with scholarship opportunities in the Ivy League MBA programs. See, every year, all the schools raise funds. They get endowments from alumni to distribute money in terms of scholarship. Look at the example of Harvard Business School. This exhibit is from the Harvard Business School's website. If you look at their last year's revenue, the revenue of the business school, you will see that your fee is only 16% of the total revenue earned by the program, and the endowments are roughly 27%. Endowments is the money that they raise from the alumni who graduated from the school, and these are used by the schools in a variety of ways. One of them is your scholarships. They take that money to distribute it to people like you. Do you get it? This is one of the uses for the internships for here. Now, if you see this, you will notice that Harvard Business School had a total scholarship budget of 43 million, and they covered more than over 50% students studying at Harvard Business School. They received need-based scholarships, and the average amount of scholarship was roughly $43,000 a year. This is the amount of money that Harvard Business School gave to people now, to their students. Now, just like these, all the schools will have very, very healthy, very deep pockets, very healthy balance sheets, and they will have this money to distribute it to people like you. Now, other than these scholarships, as I said, you will have a lot of options for international student loans. The key thing to remember is that the school you're applying to should have a non-US cosigner loan option available. All the Ivy Leagues, all of them give you this option. Wherever, even if you do not have anyone in the US, you don't want to reach out to your uncle, your aunties, your masa, your taya, your chacha, or anyone to take your guarantee, it's okay, you will still get a loan. Do you get it? And some of the organizations that do this, some of the organizations that, these are the ones that have been used by our students a lot in the past. They're Prodigy Finance, check it out. The other one is Empower Financing. They will also help you with financing an international MBA without asking for a guarantor or a cosigner. Do you get it? And there are your school's website will also give the names of other lenders and banks on the financial aid part of the school's website. Do you get it? Now, what does it take? What does it take to get scholarships from these places? I want to cover this in the last part. Who gets scholarships from the Ivy League MBA programs, even places such as Stanford, Kellogg, MIT, the non-Ivy super elite schools? What are the kind of people who get money from these places? Starting with one. Important one, guys, pen and paper, note it down. Feeder undergrad. If you come from India and are from places such as IIT or St. Stephen's or SRCC, it helps. See, these Ivy Leagues also look at a large pool of international applicants from undergrads and all of these feeder. For example, Harvard, Wharton, Stanford, they will have a lot of people with international undergrads, especially from some feeder colleges such as University of Pennsylvania or Stanford undergrad, Princeton. Other Ivy Leagues such as Tuck, Cornell, Yale, Columbia, that are not that elite, they will have other less elite undergrads as well studying in their classes. Second thing is feeder companies. Now, feeder companies and industries, which means if you work in company or industry that is widely popular at your target school, if you're working for McKinsey, Bain, BCG, Accenture, Deloitte, or other top tier consulting firms or investment banks, the other bulge bracket investment banks such as Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Citi, or investment firms such as maybe Bain Capital, right? These organizations have a great history of sending people to these target programs, and that increases your chances of getting scholarship from these places. Got it? By the time some of you are thinking, listen, Abhi, international experience. Third, explore it, grow in life. Guys, this is another parameter that a lot of elite programs will have. They will have a significant proportion of their scholarships going towards people who have international experience on their resume. You know, for Stanford and Harvard, I was almost about to say Stanford and Harvard, majority of MBA students that get scholarships already have a very, very strong global footprint even before they start their MBA. That being said, I mean, if you do not have this, then you work on the other parameters being talked about in the video, but international experience really, really helps with Harvard, Stanford, and Stanford. Did you get it? GMAT scores. By the time some people are thinking, hey, listen, we don't want any scholarships in Ivy Leagues. It's such a big list to do. We can just take a load. No, still, listen, let's explore tons and tons of opportunities and take your amazing shot there. Do you get it? Now, next is GMAT scores. Take this for granted. If you are from India, do not look at the global average of the school. If you are from India, they want you to spike up their global averages. It will help the school as well, so that they will be able to take people from other countries where people do not get that high GMAT scores. And by taking people from India, the school will still be able to have maintain a higher GMAT average. You know what I mean? Like having a GMAT score which is significantly higher than the global average GMAT average will help you if you are an Indian applicant. If they have a GMAT average 730, stay 20 to 30 points above that, just to not get knocked out because of a low GMAT score. Do you get it? It helps. It really helps. 5, very important, have relevant and specific goals. See, the school should be able to see that you'll be able to use their education to move your career forward. You should not occur as a liability to the business schools. See, then this is one of the most common reasons for rejection in these programs. Some people write goals and expressions in their goals essays, and schools are not able to understand. This is the admissions committee guy thinking, hey, listen, how would I get him this kind of a role in this company, and what is he talking about? Some of you are so vague, and it really does not allow any school to understand where is it that how will you be using that particular education to create this kind of a career trajectory for yourself. Do a lot of research on your short-term, long-term aspirations. Very, very important. And the last one is, this is very important for Harvard and Stanford and all the other schools. Have perfect applications. If you want a school to throw money at you, so you want to study at Ivy League, you also want them to pay you, have perfect applications. You should have a very, very strong expression across all the collaterals. All the collaterals means essays, recommendations, resume, everything that captures your professional, personal, social and academic interest. No school likes only geeks. So people who do not have a diverse interest outside this career, it is very, very important for you to understand this point. It's not just about being a geek. A lot of things outside your professional life really matter to these programs. And you know what I mean? The last thing is, you go rock. Hey, go rock.